So I'm going to explain which are the fuel level sensors and the harness used on the FT Wilson 158 US gallon extended fuel tank and the 264 gallon extended fuel tank. For the 158, you'll have this one, which the part number is T/LL130. And on the 264 gallon tank, it will be this one with the FT Wilson part number 10,084,974. And the harness for both of them will be this one here, 10,085,332. Okay, so the location of the fitting for the fuel level sender on these extended stop-base tanks, it will be found right here in this section, if you don't mind just doing a closing, right next to the fuel hoses connection for the supply and return. I'm gonna just point it with my finger. And then the harness, you'll just plug it into the sensor or the fuel level sender, as I'm showing it right here. And then you're gonna run it from the fuel level sensor all the way to the control panel. So the harness has 3 wires. One is gonna be your positive, second your negative, and then the third one is gonna be your fuel, your signal going back to the control panel from the fuel level sender. And the connections are gonna be found right here at the terminal blocks. The positive will be terminal 1, negative, it will be 5, and your signal is going to be on terminal number 8. The cable required to communicate with the Deepsea 7410 controller will be a USB Type A, Type B, like the one that I'm showing you here. And you want to plug that in. This end is going to be going to your USB port on the back of the controller, which is this one. To the USB port on your laptop. So now that we have the fuel level sender installed on the fuel tank and the harness wired up to the control panel, we need to configure the Deepsea 7410 controller. And we do it this way. Let's read the set points or settings from the controller. Then you want to go down to the engine section, which is here, and then go down to fuel options. Click on fuel control and monitoring. And here you want to set up the type of fuel level sender that's being used. So this option here, input type, you want to change it to Fozmula TLL350 10180 ohms. Click on that. Then you want to set it up to tell the control panel the capacity of the fuel tank that it's being used. This one is already set up for 158 gallons, which that's what we have. So we're going to leave it as is. You want to click on this option, display units, so the control panel can show you percentage and the US gallons capacity of the tank that's still left. Then you want to set up your shutdown and warning low level alarms, and you do that by going to fuel level alarms. You click on, this will be your shutdown, and this will be your warning. Shutdown, you want to set it to 5%, warning to 10%. with a return of 15%. Again, you can set the percentages to your liking, whichever value you want. Once we have the fuel level alarms set up and the type of sender set, we proceed to upload the configuration back to the controller. You want to ignore that by saying no. Looks like it's all set up. The fuel tank is obviously empty, and now we have a shutdown alarm on fuel level low. If we go over to the engine section on the controller, we should be able to see the percentage and the gallons capacity left on the tank. Right now, obviously, it's empty, so it's going to be 0%, zero US gallons.